Move off when you're ready, out through the gate to the left.
Road users to the right have a stop line, so we should have priority.
Take the next road on the left, then, at the end of that road, turn left again, onto the main road.
Take the time to look, especially to the right, as often the view is obscured by parked cars. Even stopping here is a good idea.
At the roundabout, turn left, first exit. Pull up on the left please, after the white van. Get to around a car length away from the next parked car. Don't worry about the driveways on this occasion. Drive on when you're ready.
Testing the angled start, from behind a parked car. If no one is around, a signal isn't necessary. Parked cars on a bend, be ready to pull in on the left, in case there's oncoming traffic. Again, in case there's oncoming traffic, take the corner wide and don't cut. Now we can see it's clear to go to the middle.
Take the next road on the right.
There are no lines to help, but again, don't cut the corner when turning into the new road, as there are no cars in the way.
Pull up on the left in a safe place. Drive on when you're ready.
Testing the hill start.
At the end of the road, turn left.
Speed limit changing. Uphill give way, so kill the speed early for a smooth transition to clutch control. Oh dear, seems like we are speeding a little bit, minor fault.
Take the next available road on the right, not this one, as it's a no entry.
As well as the no entry sign, there are the double broken lines stretching across the whole junction to tell us we can't turn there. Here we have single broken lines stretching across the whole of the junction, suggesting we are entering a one-way street the correct way. Watch for vehicles reversing away from the shop.
Follow the road to the left.
If a vehicle is double parked like this, expect anything can happen.
Take the next road on the left.
slowing for oncoming traffic, but then the van pulls out without looking properly to the right, forcing the oncoming car to wait. We now have time to follow.
At the end of the road, turn left.
If we're going to steal even just a little bit of the other lane, we need to check if it's safe to do so, otherwise, stay put in the lane we're already in and slow down.
At the next set of traffic lights, we'll be turning right. They're just over the other side of the bridge.
This instruction is given early to give you time to plan to change lanes for the right turn coming up.
You can use the hatch markings on this occasion.
This is so that we can stay out of the way of other vehicles going ahead using the middle lane, allowing better traffic flow. Here, the lights have started to change at an awkward time. The green rings denote the first stop line, the red rings the second. If we couldn't stop before the first line, but have time to stop before the second line, we should, even if it means we get stuck in the bike box. This is the only situation where it's okay to wait in the bike box, other than moving out of the way for emergency vehicles. We probably had time to stop, but got through before the red light, so, minor fault. There's a queue not going anywhere, so slow early.
To help with your planning, at the next roundabout, we'll be turning right.
Look at the number of lanes ahead. We need to pick the one ready to turn right at the roundabout, which is usually the right-hand lane.
At the roundabout, turn right, third exit.
On such a small roundabout, it's not worth moving left toward the bollard immediately. We'll give it a couple more seconds for safety. After checking, we'll move across now. If we exited in the right-hand lane, it's fine, as the road merges shortly.
At the next roundabout, we'll be following the road ahead, second exit.
If you can remember this roundabout, from this direction uses the right-hand lane to go ahead, then it's a big advantage as you can take up the lane early, even though there's no arrows yet. Keep space to the side of our car because cars in the left lane may spot the sign shortly and move over into our lane. It's only here where we see the sign on the left and the arrows on the floor, which wouldn't be much time to switch lanes at busy times if we were still in the left lane. Treat instructions from the examiner as a request, not a demand. If we got stuck in the left lane and a lane change would be too difficult, just go left toward B and Q car park, as required by the arrows in that left-hand lane. All that would happen is, you would go round the car park and back out again. If you try to go ahead in a left turn-only lane, even on an empty road, that would be a serious error. So better to go the wrong way safely, than the right way incorrectly, or dangerously.
At the roundabout, follow the road ahead, second exit.
Here we've taken up the left lane for normal driving, and there are no arrows to say we can't use the left lane now at the roundabout, unlike the previous one.
Take the next road on the left, not the garage.
This looks to be sharper than 90 degrees, and it's a narrow road with parked cars, definitely gear 1. And really slow. Notice the speed limit change too. Identify gaps on the left we could move into if we meet oncoming traffic, or gaps on the right they could move into, if it's easier for them.
At the roundabout, turn right.
This bloke is going to cross regardless. It is his right of way though, as he's crossing along a junction.
At the end of the road, turn right. Take the next road on the left.
This is give way though, see the signs and markings as should always be doing. Not enough space to continue.
Pull up on the left in a safe place. We're going to carry out the reverse park maneuver on the car ahead. When you're ready, please.
This is just another way of saying parallel park. Check the right shoulder for road users again while the bonnet swings out to the right. Stop for anyone that approaches close by, including pedestrians.
Thanks. Drive on when you're ready. At the roundabout, turn right. Take the next road on the left.
Speed limit changing.
Pull up on the left in a safe place, but stay on the road please.
Signaling to park up before a turn, a second minor fault. This is getting out of hand now.
You're going to drive independently for some time. I'd first like you to follow signs for Oxford. If you forget, or aren't sure where we're going, just ask. Drive on when you're ready.
Looking to the green sign on the left. Not just that one though, there could be important information on signs after that still. Check left mirror for anyone incorrectly using the left lane to go ahead.
Now I'd like you to follow signs for Oxford, Ring Road West, and Sixfields. They all go the same way.
There's no diagram of the roundabout, so we won't know which exit immediately, but the green board shows there will be 3 lanes. We want the right-hand one of the 3. It also says Ring Road West on the floor. We don't want the extra inside lane for town center, that's where we just came from. On this big roundabout we should stay between the lines highlighted by the white rings, so we can't use the bollard as a guide this time as it would mean crossing over the line on the left of our car. We followed the lanes round properly, though we've exited in the overtaking lane, which is fine, as long as we look to move back to the normal driving lane fairly early. If there are lots of cars in the left lane, signal to ask to be let in. Don't actually steer over until you have a clear gap. Using the middle lane on the approach to the previous roundabout would have seen us exit in the normal left lane. However, the signposting on approach doesn't reflect this for some reason, so do it how the clip shows. Don't get any other directions, follow the same signs as before. If you forget what signs to follow, you can ask. They put the fence here to get you to slow down more, as your view is restricted far more than it would be without the fence.
like you to follow signs for DAV entry and 6 fields.
Currently 2 lanes, there'll be 4 shortly. The left lane leads to lane 1 and 2, for Rothersthorpe. Then the broken lines highlighted by the white rings, going all the way up the board suggest you would need to move to the right-hand lane for DAV entry and 6 fields, lanes 3 and 4. Lane 3 would be best, as it's the leftmost of the ones going to DAV entry and 6 fields. Lane 4 would be okay, but you would come off in the overtaking lane again. Staying between the road markings takes us out toward the bollard this time. Don't strictly need a signal off, as the lanes are very clear as to where we are going.
Now we'll follow signs for the ring road.
A fairly big roundabout without road markings, so really should signal off this time.
Now we'll follow signs for town centre.
Board showing us we need to be in the right-hand lane of the 3. Signs say we need the right-hand lane of 3 still. Check the floor, it says town centre too, though the arrow is telling us it's a right turn now. A third minor fault, there was time and space to stop on the amber light. Notice how the lines take us out to the yellow bollard. We ideally want to be in the left-hand lane to exit. This means the end of the dual carriageway, and the road is merging to 1 lane. Looking ahead, we'd see that anyway. We'll use the left lane to go ahead at the roundabout, as there are no arrows ahead to tell us we can't. Look at where we're going and keep to the left lane through the whole roundabout. It requires extra effort in reducing speed and steering more sharply on the smaller roundabouts. We can, and should drive in the bus lane as long as we are outside of the time stated on the sign.
That's the end of the independent driving section. I'll give you directions from now on.
If we mistakenly avoided the bus lane to begin with, we can still move over into it, if safe to do so.
Take the second road on the left. This is the first, take the second one.
Looking around the corner, it appears to be tight, so go really slow. Slight misunderstanding here, as we both look to give way to each other, then go at the same time.
Follow the road, it bends round to the right.
Not a giveaway junction for us, but anticipate anything coming from either side and keep it wide. Don't cut the corner, aim for the cones and silver car until we can see it's clear.
At the end of the road, turn left.
It's a wide road, but still a 30 limit, as there are street lights and no speed signs.
At the next roundabout, we'll be turning right. Third exit.
This instruction is given early so that you can choose your lane ready to turn right at the roundabout.
Take the next road on the right.
Look at the road markings for where our filter lane begins. Can't see far over the hill, and oncoming traffic may not see us, so ready to give way if needed. Same here, oncoming traffic round the corner may not see us until late, so keep it slow and be ready to help them out by allowing them to move into a gap on their side if required. Now the obstructions are on our side, so we should take extra care to see if it's clear to proceed.
At the end of the road, turn left.
No giveaway lines, but it looks like we've reached the end of our road, so we do need to give way to the right, and maybe the left too. Looks clear to move out.
At the roundabout, turn left, first exit. Take the next road on the right, then turn immediately right again, back into the test center.
The upside down arrow is a clear indication this area isn't for us. Look for where the filter lane starts. Steer enough to fill the box and straighten up again before turning into the actual junction. Quickly ready to give way to oncoming traffic only. People to either side should give way to us.
Head through the gate ahead, beware of any vehicles on the left, and drive forward into a space. You've already done your maneuver, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Once you've stopped, secure the car and turn off the engine. That's the end of the test. I'm pleased to say you've passed.